Welcome back. Out the mud. With my boy TA. You know what it is. We out here, we talking about why we naming Out the Mud and, where we come from. And, Out the Mud for me, man, I think that was a perfect name for the show just because it shows where we come from, the growth that we've been through, the things that we've been through, and being rough around the edges, not being a perfect prototype of guy or, this type of person. And, doing our way by having respect and treating others with respect and working hard. And I think Out the Mud is the best name. So that's what it is.
Yeah, out the mud, man. Pretty much, it's letting it be known. It's pretty much self-explanatory, man. Conditions that we come up under. The adversity that done hit us early. You know, myself. I look at it out the mud because I ain't had no support and pushing me towards playing the game of basketball. I had more pushing towards, being in the streets as as opposed to being a basketball player, man. Wasn't no Michael Jordans coming to my neighborhood. Wasn't no camps or no youth programs there for me to participate in. And like I said, it was just a God given talent that I had noticed that I had from playing basketball and noticing amongst my peers that I was talented. I always give a big shout out to Juwan Howard, man. Juwan Howard's from my neighborhood. He from 95th Street, born and raised. And I always give him his flowers because he was the one that came back and put a court on our playground. You feel what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yo, this this is the move." Like pulling off in a Bentley, me seeing that, not getting a chance to meet him at the time or say what up to him at the time from him, but just his motivation,
Motivation. It's
like
motivation.
like, like just from
Motivation.
being from the slums and actually doing it gave me a direction that I could follow. You know what I'm saying? And that out the mud is basically what it is, man. And coming from housing authority, man, to being where I'm at today, man, I definitely look back like, man, I probably it probably could have went another way. You know what I mean? And
So
we picked the perfect name, man. Out the mud, man. We here.
and like bruh said, out the mud, like coming from a small town in Indiana, man, Marion, Indiana. Shout out to Marion 765, you know what to do, but just being coming up in that town, I'm from a racist place, man. So, Indiana, small town, up north, a lot of racists. I remember police telling me I'm in ninth grade, like, you ain't gonna make it. He telling me his name Sean McGuire. His name Sean McGuire, police, white guy, tell me, man, he pull up. I'm walking by the tracks, me and my brother, rest in peace. Man, you ain't gonna make it,
That's
man. You
peace,
gonna be
bro.
like these guys on the corner, you ain't gonna make it out of here. But that shit gave me motivation, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a youngster, I'm like, man, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show this racist white boy that I'm gonna make something out of myself. He don't know that he pushed me. That was motivation coming out the ghetto. So, just a little story like that, what nigga came up from and came up through. So yeah, just dealing with the police and, just struggling, you know what I mean, trying to find an opportunity. So that's another thing, we get into it later, but we both get back in the community and we taking this platform to give back to reach kids like us and give people opportunities, that came up like us.
I mean, kids that's in the inner city that like I say, don't have no outlets and pretty much more opportunity to get into some bullshit faster than
Yeah.
actually following your dreams. I think that's this platform, with also the work that we do in the community anyway. We get a visualization of how to attack it with the podcast platform. But it's big, man. Out the mud, we here.
Yeah, we here, man, definitely. Like you said, just, coming up in Marion, man, where I was a freshman, bro. My eighth grade year, we was in middle school. My brother, he was seventh grade. Man, we stayed in the house, bro. I couldn't even stand up straight in that motherfucker. I'm Fred Flintstone in that junk. Like,
You
you
growing
know,
like a
man,
motherfucker.
had to duck walking through the house, but that gave me motivation. That gave me more hunger, you know what I'm saying, to push through it. That's why when I went to Michigan State, I only stayed for a year because I want to take care of mom. I want to take care of my sisters. Mom's struggling. So that was one of my main reasons leaving college to do that, bro. So just coming from there out the mud and man, to get into where we at now and striving, bro, and changing the narratives and changing the generational curse for our families too, bro.
Like I said, man, when I was in second grade, I could tell you who what's 6 and 8, 9 and 5. Shit, by the time I was in fourth grade, shit, the OGs was telling us every
Yeah.
10 bags you sell, you get $30. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
from that, it went from, just picking your route. And like I said, man, it was routes that,
Yeah.
that I wasn't brave enough to take coming up. And I got homies that actually took those routes, man. You know, going back home with $800-900, waking back up doing it the
Bankrolls.
same thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You get
bankrolls, you
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
10,
Back
11
then,
years old,
shit.
counting the
Stacks.
bankroll. And it was like, damn, like this the life I got. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't too far from nobody else hoods, but it hit me early, man. Like I said, seeing one of my OGs get shot 9 times right in my face. You know what I'm saying? Seeing another one of my partners get shot in my face, get paralyzed. You see what I'm saying? Like just this the environment that I'm growing in. And it's like, man, these are the decisions I gotta make. Do I want to be a product of my environment and let the hood take me under? You know what I'm saying? It was always my mama always told me, like, man, you keep hanging with them boys, you're gonna be just like with them boys. You're gonna go to jail with them boys. And you know what I'm saying? It didn't really hit me until I started seeing it. Start seeing my homies get time, and start seeing homies go away from the hood 5, 6, 7 years for getting caught with, delivery, serving undercover polices, and you know what I'm saying,
Shit.
start seeing it. And then, but one thing I can say about my neighborhood, man, rest in peace, my homie Avery Banks, man. He used to always tell me, he used to be like, man, you got game. Like you got game, man. You might need to start fixing your in crowd, man. Cause what you doing right now,
It'll work.
it's a little far ahead of what
Yeah.
they got going, man. I'm like, I ain't never see it. I love my partners.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna ever
Yeah.
leave their partners. You know what
Can't
I'm
take you
saying?
away from your partner. You
Y'all,
ain't understanding it.
you
Like,
get what I'm
what?
saying? Y'all going to skating rinks together, y'all
Man, I'm
fighting,
mobbing.
y'all mobbing pretty much,
Mobbing.
man. And it's just I didn't really notice how good I was, man, until like I say, until I dropped out of high school, man. And end up running into my partner Will Bynum, man. And it's funny because I told the story to on my documentary. I had just got shot at or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm out on the low end, you know what I'm saying? Running around Don Durkee them, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
All the guys.
I run around the guys, man, and I had just got through, doing my thing on the 1-2s, like far as hustling. And some guys came through shooting, and as I'm trying to serve or whatever, I'm hearing bullets come past my head, like real close, kill. Like I'm talking about, I'm hearing them, like it was like 4K. I'm hearing it. I'm talking about it spooked me so hard. My homie, he let off a few hit back, and one of the shorties who was shooting at us got hit. So now I'm sitting on the porch. In the front of the porch, I ain't finna sit in the back of the building
Hell
and try
no.
to do no hustle. I'm gonna sit in the front. And so as I sit in the front, man, I'm just like, damn, looking at my life ahead of me, like, damn, what's next? Just so happened, man, about 30 GDs walk up in front of me. Hey man, y'all just shot one of the guys, man. I'm talking about, Bo, I'm literally looking like, hold on, Joe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be cool. I'm talking about shaking. You hear me? Shaking, killer. Walked back in, told my homie, man, hey man, it's about some guys out there, man.
Some of the guys out
They talking about you. They talking about you just hit one of their guys, man.
there.
Man, I can't even lie, man. I'm talking about heart beating. Heart really beating, killer. My life was in front of me 2 ways. You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking about that specific day, man. I remember it vividly, man. Got in the cab, shot past, going back to my grandma's house, man. I saw the IIT Pro-Am. I saw a lot of cars out there and shit. I jumped out the car, man. Go up in there, man. End up running to my boy Jason Straight. He went to Wyoming. He one of the guys too.
Yeah.
He tell me like, man, what you been up to? What you been up to? I was kind of embarrassed to tell him I dropped out of high school, bro.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And I had a fresh pair of J's on.
Bankroll.
And he said, "You still hoop?" I say, "Yeah, I still hoop." And he let me play on his team. So we end up playing or whatever. I think we played against Sean Marion and them. And I'm talking about I did my thing, killer. I'm talking about I had like about a good 19, 18,
Serving them
19. I'm
folks.
serving them. And guess who was in the stands? Will
Okay.
Bynum. Will Bynum run up on me like, man, you know, he hadn't seen me since biddy school. He like, man, Joe, what you been doing, bro? I was embarrassed to tell him, man, I dropped out of school, Rody. He was like, man, fuck all that. I'll get you back in school, bro. He was like, I'm at a school out west now, man. He like, I just took him from the lowest division to the top division now, man.
Serve.
He like, man, he like, I'll get you in school. And he bid on his offer. Just so happened my mama had moved though. You know what I'm saying? She moved me from off 95th. She moved to the west side. She say, hey, look, you want to be on the 95th and do all this? Stay over there with them. You want to act like you some hoodlum and you want to act like stay over there. She moved without telling me, bro. I came back home, tried to go back on 95th and see what man, all the guys like, man, your mama moved, man. I say, what? So now I call my grandma. Grandma, where my mama moved to? She said, I ain't supposed to tell you now, baby. She moved to the west side, gave me the address and
No,
everything,
grandma
bro.
gone.
But I'm going off the strength, like, man, I'm done with this street, like, cause Will just say he can give me the hoop, and I just played against Sean Marion and them and had 18, 19 points.
So your confidence is
I
through
think
the
this
roof.
where
You
it's
feeling
at.
this shit. You like, man, these niggas can't fuck with me.
This where it's at.
It's on.
So Will Bynum took in on this offer, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I get to the school, man. Man, I dropped out. I got about 0.5 credits, man, as a junior, man. I'm talking about literally dropped out, never went to school, man. And they did what they had to do to get me into school, man. I had to go to night school, morning school. School started, 8 o'clock. I got to get there at 7 in the morning. I'm just, I'm playing for the football team. I'm talking about they making me do everything that I need to be doing to be getting eligible.
Yeah.
I did my thing, man. So I give a good big flowers to Will Bynum for even, you know what I'm saying, showing me that, man, hey, look, bro, you might need to pick up on this basketball, man, because you got talent. And from that point on,
Real
man,
shit.
I took basketball serious. You feel what I'm saying?
Like you said,
serious.
Will gave you that extra push because
Yeah, he gave me that push, man, and I came alive. I was looking at him, and I didn't know about, you know, AAU basketball. I ain't know it was you could get ranked. I ain't know like none of that. I just honestly, I thought if you beat the old heads in the neighborhood, you might get a chance.
That's how
That's how naive I was to what was going on in the basketball world. And
that's how it was back in the day, though. You compete against the old heads in the neighborhood to find out if you good or not. You know, times change.
And
now
I got that
shit.
validation. I can't say I did get that validation
Same
early,
here,
man.
Straight up.
And like I say, man, if it weren't for dude, man, just actually either having the game that day, I get 2 flowers to Jason Strait as well, because Strait put me on the team. He like, man, yo, we all got a history from playing bitty basketball or whatever, you know, and that's my knowledge of them being basketball players. And it just all came full circle, man. It was just specifically that day, man, seeing my life in front of me, man, and saying, you know what? If I continue down this path, it's either 2 things gonna happen. I'm gonna be dead or in jail, bro. That's just the reality of that, man. And
you chose the right path, brother,
man, thank God.
You're a legend, man. One of the best defenders ever to do it. Man, come on, one of the realest to ever do it, man. Kudos and flowers to you, bro. For sure.
But tell me how you figured out when you like I know you said about the office and things, how you knew that it was finna blow for you? Like how you knew that basketball was gonna be the route for you?
Man, probably like you know, after I told you I could have went to either route. You know, I still was doing shit because you know, I was in the neighborhood and, you know, ain't a lot of opportunities, a lot of options. You know, you hanging with, you know, the products of your environment, the people that's, you know, in the neighborhood. So just after, you know, after that summer when I was told you I was selling dope and I stood up in the dope house and felt like a giant over everybody. And I realized then that if the SWAT team hit this house, I'm gonna be the first one they see. Oh, that's Zach Randolph, you know. So, you know, I started to focus more on sports. You know what I mean? I had my brother. He was, you know, younger than me. So I just wanted to start focusing on that. And that's when I took sports and I really got into it and I see I had a talent. And it's probably like my freshman year. And then my sophomore year, I just It was over with. I caught up with myself.
So you was familiar with a lot of that being ranked and
Hell yeah. Like
you knew
probably
about
the summer of my freshman year.
who was your peers at the time though? Like who was you?
Man, like Marvin Stone, rest in peace. He was a
Okay.
kid from Alabama. I got invited to the Nike All-American camp my sophomore year.
Right.
And that's when I started figuring out, like, damn, I can really do something. So I come in a Nike All-American camp my sophomore year. And I ain't ranked or nothing. You know, I'm starting to play, I'm starting to get on the scene. And the number one player there, he, you know, back then, the number one players was big man. You know, ones number 1, 2, 3 is the big guys. Like was always like ranked. You know, coming back in the era like this. So man, I went into Nike camp, bro. Marvin Stone, man, rest in peace, my boy. He was number one player, served me. Man, next thing I know, these magazines they come and talk. Man, you just served Marvin Stone. You just dominated Marvin Stone.
What was
I'm
your
a
numbers, big
sophomore
fella?
though.
What was your numbers, big fella?
I had like shit 28.
Yeah, 28.
Like, I'm a sophomore. He a junior.
Yeah.
So he older than me. So they came and shit and writing, oh man, you served and you know who that was? And I got my rank. That's when I got ranked. So that's when it all changed. And with the rankings, I started figuring out like, oh, okay. Damn, I'm ranked now. I want to be number one.
Yeah.
So I just constantly worked on my game and man, developed and took off, bro, and believe. And that's kind of when I wanted to know that I wanted, you know, Lee, I don't want to go down that route. I'm gonna stick with these sports, bro.
Yeah, in the hood,
So-
pretty much by that time, you was hooping in the neighborhood by then.
Yeah.
Everybody knew they couldn't fuck with you by then.
Oh yeah. You know, like you say, you know, back in the day, the old schools in the neighborhood, that's how you got your validation as being a hooper.
Yeah.
Going to the parks, you know.
Yeah.
The Boys and Girls Club, you know.
Yeah.
Highland Knicks, all that shit. And the older guys like, man, this young nigga right here, he hit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because they fouling the shit out you. They
Yeah.
trying to see where your heart at. They
Come
trying
on,
to,
man.
hey, yeah.
You know, it's different now. These young boys, they don't, you know, you try to get them on a concrete basketball court, they looking at you like, what?
What?
Hell nah.
Hell no.
Straight
That's
up.
interesting, bro, because, man, just come to think about it, man, I think, man, a lot of my upbringing had me mentally tough for a lot of that shit. Now that you say that, man, and looking at today's youngsters, man, I just think we built different, man. You know, it's like, man, like, see, well, it was pretty much different. We really went two different paths as far as going to college. Because when I went to college, it was like I didn't have no college to go to. Like my whole process in going to college, I had to go right back up to that same pro-am and find a college. Like my homeboy James Peters, he the one saw me hoop again, and he was like, yo, what you doing? He was like, I'm looking at him like, I thought you was going to the league. Come to find out, shit, his ass was 21 as a senior. I'm thinking he about to do the Leon Smith, go straight out of high school,
Damn,
come to
21?
find dude,
Man, bro,
was
old
21.
as hell.
Dude was 21. And so it was blowing me, but at the same time, it was a blessing in disguise because he had went and got his GED at a school called Butler Community Kansas College. They was about to hoop. He saw me. He like, man, come hoop with me. We hooped. Right after the hoop session, he was like, bro, you ain't in school? I'm like, man, I ain't got no school to go to. My coach Longstreet trying to get me to go to prep school. But back then, as you know, prep school wasn't really popping then.
Was it?
Prep school wasn't the thing then.
It's not.
And so he was like, man, I can get you in school. And the homie was like, I'm gonna get you in school. He called the coach, Dennis Helms at Butler Community College. He said, I got a guard. I'm telling you, coach, he nice. Man, my first plane ticket ever, man, came through a guy named James Peters. I went out there, man. When I tell you, I gave him my Iverson. I gave him my T-Mac.
You a real scorer now.
I went out there, went to Jordan. Yeah, hey, kid, I gotta make it, kid. This out the mud, man. You hear me?
All
Look
that.
at my first plane ticket, bro. I'm talking about, I never been on no plane till this day, bro. Went down there, bro, I gotta eat, bro. Man, within 4 games into these scrimmages, I had to beat out a Jamaican dude, a guy from New Orleans with gold teeth. These 3 guards I gotta face.
Tough as hell.
Man, I'm talking about, man, listen, the bout it, he from the boot.
Yeah, yeah.
You hear me? And then the love one.
Yeah.
These folks trying to make it too. Man, within the 4th, 5th game of the scrimmage, whistle blown. Hey, Tony Allen, come upstairs. Hey, man, you are now officially going to college.
Man.
And why I signed, I ain't read it. I just said, call my mama. Hey, mama, I'm going to college. Meanwhile, guess what she got going on at the house? She got 5 applications to go get a job. I say, mama, throw them away. I'm going to pursue my career in college.
In my dream.
I say, it's over with. You feel me? And then as far as getting to college, man, that was a culture shock, man, just seeing all these different ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to, talk and speak, having the proper etiquette and, trying to just, say what up to people and just trying to just, it was a culture shock to me, honestly. And I embraced it though. I went to junior college, got kicked out of there, Bo. They was coming to give me an award. I won freshman of the year. They come in my room, I'm trying to spray.
Man, you loud as hell.
They got the award, I'm loud as hell.
Super loud.
I open the door, smoke coming out that motherfucker. They like, we got your award, Tony Allen. I'm like, award? I closed the door. They like, hold on, open that door. Man, there's a blunt in the ashtray, man. Candles lit, bro. Oh, man, they like, we're going to need to see you. Come to the athletic director's office. Man, they got the drug test ready for me. Failed the drug test, man, they kicked me out of school. Bro. Right after that, though, this how God working. Right after that, the National Junior College, right? You probably know this cat I'm finna bring up. National Junior College, it's just like the NJCAA. So look, the National Junior College, they got a tournament. The school that won it, right? Wabash Valley Community College. They needed a 2-guard the next year, which was me coming up for my sophomore year. They had a cat named Antoine Barber.
Shout out to my cousin. Shout out to Antoine.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here,
that's
bro. Hell no.
Yeah.
You bullshitting.
Man, it's family.
Kentucky. Listen, he went to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Listen, he was supposed to go out that year. He was in the mock draft. Yeah. Look, him, Quintel Woods, Kedrick Brown, and it'd have been him. It'd been 3 junior college players make it the first round for the first time.
Oh boy.
Listen, bro. They end up needing a guard the next year. I come back. So when it's time he come back, I'm like, all right, okay, I'm going to sign to Wabash Valley. Man, when I looked on that mock draft and I seen Antoine Barber name number 23 in the draft and wondering why he didn't go, I said, oh, now they got him number 21 in the next year's draft. I say, man, I need to play against him every day. Killer, I'm talking about he was my motivation, killer. I'm talking about
he had game too.
Man, had game. I thought he was Kobe. I thought he was Kobe. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about a hawking on your ass, could shoot the 3. You feel what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was me and him would go at it, every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I don't want to play on your team. I need to figure out if
we gotta go at it.
I gotta see if they got you number 21 up on this draft board, man. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, I tell you, I was hitting them with everything. I'm talking about cross over here, heads over here. You feel what I'm saying? Man, he didn't pick a school until, I want to say the 18th game in the season. And that's what got colleges to realize who I was. And just so happened, man, as soon as he signed with Kentucky, all the schools went away. Now you got your NIA school. You got your Texas Corporate Christians, your Creighton's, all the Bush's schools. You know what I'm saying? But then Oklahoma State kept coming. You see what I'm saying? They kept coming.
They're persistent.
And it was a bald head guy, kept being in the stand, sitting front row, trying to eye contact me at, around that time, you couldn't say nothing to the players. So he trying to eye contact me the whole time. He trying to wink and shit. I'm like, pause, Joe. Pause. Be the fuck cool. What the fuck is he winking at? You feel me? But I'm like, all right. So I kept going, kept doing my thing or whatever. By this time, Antoine Barber, he signed. You feel what I'm saying? So he good money. So now I still don't got no school to go to. I'm steady going to the coach, Mark Nelson. I'm telling him, who looking at me? Who looking at me? He telling, oh, nobody. But I guess he was doing that to keep me motivated. Yeah. I'm looking at this coach winking at me the whole time. I'm like, man, what's to do? Make a long story short, man, me and Antoine Barber, man, we finished up 4th in the National Junior College tournament. We went to the Final Four and lost. And after the school year, man, I went to coach. I said, what schools I got? He had Creighton, he had Cincinnati, uh, Arizona State, Oklahoma State. So I'm like, damn, I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, the only motherfucker who kept coming to the game all this year was Oklahoma State. So of course I'm gonna make them my visit. End up making them my visit, bro. I go down there running at Coach Eddie Sutton, man. Look at, I know, cause everybody know who Eddie Sutton
Coach
is.
Sutton.
OG, rest in peace, Eddie Sutton, man. And I just couldn't wait to get in front of him. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see his face, sit down with him, ask him his honesty, man. Like, if I come to this school, man, can I go pro? That's all I want to know. I know I'm a pro now. I went through the National Junior College tournament averaging 22 points a game. I know I can play at this level. I've been playing Antoine Barber in pickups, busting his ass the whole time. I know I'm up there. I just want to know, coach, can I play? I'm looking at y'all's schedule. Y'all got 10 ESPN games. If I can't make none crack at 10 ESPN games, send me back to the block. That's how I'm looking at it. But I asked coach, I say, coach, will I go to the league? He looked at me and said, Tony, that is a good question, Tony. You listen to everything I say and do everything I need you to do on the defensive end. I don't see why you shouldn't be in the NBA. I said, why I sign that, coach? Sign that motherfucker. And so till this day, man, big shout out to Coach Sip.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Eddie Sutton, man. And that was my stepping stone to the league right there, man.
That's real shit, man.
Okay.
Coach Sip, man.
Yeah, Coach Sip. That's our man, bro.
Yeah, our man Sip, man. Rest in peace, Coach Sutton, man.
Yep,
real legend.
Yeah. But you got to tell me how it was with that one and out, though. That
And
one and out, everybody don't do that one and out
like,
at the time.
You know, like you said, with Michigan State, for me, bro, like, that's how I was. I looked up, I got in trouble. Like, I got in trouble in high school. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of teams really didn't fuck with me because they thought, I was, coming out the ghetto. I was thuggish. I was rough around the edges. You know what I mean? And a lot of teams were scared of me. So the teams that was recruiting me was USC, Coach Henry Bibby. Shout out to Coach Bibby.
Coach Bibby was recruiting.
Coach Bibby.
That's my man.
Coming in the hood, man. He come to the small town of Madness, man. He come. We playing on pickup. This one, he recruit me. I'm playing 5-on-5 outside on the court, Charles Park in the hood. So that's where he watching my games. And he ain't coming to no AAU game.
No, he want to see
like
what's to it.
He coming watching the games outside. He want me to come. Coach Izzo. They all there every game I play. They there to support me. And like you said, every time I look up, I see a Michigan State jersey. I see a coach. It could be Coach Izzo, Coach Brian Gregory, Coach Crean, any of them guys, that was, on the coaching staff then. And I always would see them. So, like you said, man, they showed me that they wanted me the most. So when it was time to make my decision on what school I wanted to go to, I chose Michigan State. And that was one of the best things I ever could have did. This guy with Coach Izzo, even though a brother was only there for 6 months,
Right.
But I learned so much from Coach and, gained another level of maturity because, I was going to come out in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So wait a minute, you was thinking about coming out, what year was that in high school? 2000? 99?
Yeah, 2000.
So 2000 with D Miles? So you'd have been...
Man, D Miles just got back from the McDonald's game.
So you was in the Mickey D?
Yeah,
Oh, man, talk about that experience.
Yeah, man, that was a great experience, the McDonald's game, just being in that. And the McDonald's game, D Miles, rest in peace, my boy from Philly, Eddie Griffin. He was like the number one.
Eddie Griffin. Yeah, he was nice.
Cole, he was like, I called him Baby Rasheed because him and Rasheed had
first one's been shooting the threes as a big man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Eddie was like my class, like he was that hybrid type of power forward, can guard 2-3, can shoot the ball. So that McDonald's game, I was the MVP of that game, bro.
I ain't know that.
I'm serving these folks, bro.
I did not know that.
Man, yes, I'm serving them, man. D Miles be my witness. So I got the MVP of the game. So I go back to the hood. I go back to Indiana. I got the Poston twins. They like, man, you can go first round. So, my mom, she's not knowing.
What? So
the Poston twins, it's twins. They out of Houston. So they still agents, I think, but they wanted to represent me. And I was
to say, come on, we got something going.
But I decided to go to Michigan State for that year. Mom was like, just go to Michigan State for a year. Just go to Michigan State, try it out. I want you to college under your belt, man. I listened to my mom. I looked up there.
Yeah, rest in
I
peace,
heard what
Mom
mom
Dukes,
said.
man.
We in the kitchen, bro. The house this damn small. You know, the living room and the kitchen, all that shit, one right there, and we sitting in there. My mom, them two, they standing up. I was like, man, I looked at her, I said, I'm gonna go to college, man. Went to Michigan State,
Hurt
got
they
with
heart.
coach. Yeah. It was the best thing I could have
No,
did,
I
man.
agree.
Yeah. So getting that experience, get going with Coach Izzo. Shout out to Coach Izzo. Learned so much from him, man. Just how to be a man and, just everything maturity level to get me prepared for, going into the NBA, which helped me a lot that year at Michigan State.
Man, I like that, man. It's
Hell
crazy
yeah.
because a lot of them, you hooped with Coach Izzo, I hooped under Eddie Sutton, and that's the first thing Coach Sutton used to always tell me. I want to teach you how to be a young man. You say the basketball part gonna take care of itself, but you gonna get your yes sirs, your yes ma'ams in order. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be real like a gentleman when you get out into this real world. So it's funny that they coaching styles kind of be like similar. That's funny, man. But so I'm looking at your situation. I'm like, damn. So pretty much the McDonald's All-American game sparked the interest of the NBA because when you got to Michigan State, what you average? Like,
man, about 10 points and like 7, 8 rebounds. But that's 15 minutes.
And 15, and was that off the
15
bench?
off the bench.
See what I'm saying? So
and I'm the number one player in the country, so I'm like,
and that's odd, bro. That's odd because I think we skipped the part, but we're gonna go back to it. But that's odd because just to see that translate into a 20 and 10 guy in the NBA, like whoever that damn scout was, who was scouting you before, hey, his
Mark
ass
Vorkentine. Mark Vorkentine.
His
Rest
ass
in
need
peace.
a raise, man.
That's
we need
my
to get
man.
him
Rest
on the
in
big
peace,
screen.
Mark, man.
Say his name again.
Mark Vorkentine.
Mark Vorkentine.
Yeah, Mark Vorkentine, man, a great guy, man. He flew to the hood because he was hearing about everything and he wanted to get a look at me. We met at what's that breakfast spot? Bob Evans. Before I got drafted.
Yeah.
Man, he's want to know about all the trouble and, just let me know. He's like, man, I believe in you. I see the way your rebounds and your numbers and your minutes per game. He was telling me this. He's like, man, we want you. He's like, if you there, we going to get you. So, but it's 19, so I'm thinking, I'm not going to
slip to
no 19. I did, and they took me, man. And Mark was a guy that believed in me, man. He told the Blazers to draft me. You know what I mean? And it's always love and respect for Mark and his family,
Man, big shout out to Mark, man. That's interesting, man, because I had no damn clue where I was going, man. I worked out for all 2019, ZBo, and I tell you, this is the most in shape I ever been. I'm talking about this the first time I went to workouts. I'm seeing motherfuckers talking about, a hamstring. Man, you didn't just hit 5 buckets in a row. You talking about a hamstring? Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm seeing motherfuckers come to the workout. They see me. They talking, oh, yeah, got stomach poison. Oh, yeah, my stomach hurt. I'm starting to see this because I didn't know at the time this affecting their draft status. Yeah. And it's only helping me climb up. But what did help me realize I was going was I worked out for Boston 3 times. They called me back in. You know what I'm saying? But
so you had that feeling when they called you. Damn.
I'm like, yeah. But I didn't think Delonte West would go before me. You feel me? We had beat them in the Elite 8. You feel me? I shut them down. They went 31-1. The one loss was against us. Him and Jameer Nelson averaging a dub.
Yeah.
You feel me? They hadn't lost till they ran. I shut Delonte West down. You feel what I'm saying? I'm thinking like for sure, I'm going Boston. All right. I ain't gonna lie. Big shout out to Al Jefferson. But I thought I was gonna go 14. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But actually, it's lottery 14, right?
Yep, lottery 14.
Al Jefferson got picked 15. So I'm thinking like, damn, I'm finna go 15. That's how I was feeling. But when they called me, ZBo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ran out the goddamn house. I'm talking about, man, when I ran out the house, bro, the whole neighborhood ran out the house at the same time. They was all coming to run in front of my doorstep, but I beat them outside, man. I stood on top of my grandmama's car. Man, my grandma was like, boy, if you don't get
your
your ass down.
My grandma was like,
I was like, Mom, grandma, be cool, grandma. We
hit
gonna
you
bang your
upside
number.
your head, throw her, hit you with her
She
purse.
had the switch ready.
Yeah,
Hey,
man, that's
but
so
man,
crazy.
I mean, that's one of the biggest moments of my life, man. I ain't gonna lie, man, because a lot of people don't realize, man, being in the NBA, man, it's a privilege. It ain't a right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's a real privilege.
Like,
man.
you know what I'm saying? It's so, just think about so many cats in our neighborhood I can name just right now, posed to be in the league that didn't make it to the league, bro. That were hyped up to be going to the league, didn't make it to the league. And nigga like myself surpassed, you feel what I'm saying? And made the way,
man.
had the work ethic, had the heart, had the hustle. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, I take my hat off to you, man. That's big, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's so crazy, like you said, because for me, when I got drafted, it was the same way. I was in the hood. I was at my mama's house.
So you ain't go to the green room?
Hell no.
I thought you went to the green room, bro.
Hell no. I was with in the ghetto with the family. Man. And everybody from the hood. As soon as they called me at 19, man, I ran outside. Man, the news out there, they popping bottles. Everybody pulling up. You gotta forget I'm from a small town, so it ain't gonna take you no longer than 5 minutes for you can be on the west side. It take you 5 minutes to get to the south side.
Man, I'm telling you, listen.
Man, what? We partied all night out there.
Man, I swear to God, man. Listen, man.
Man, I'm glad I didn't go to the green room.
Yeah,
to go to the draft. I'm glad it happened like it happened because that's gonna be memories, man. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk with my grandbabies and my son. So it's just, that's a great memory, man.
Big memory, man. You had an added motivation too going into college, simply because of the Mr. Basketball situation. Elaborate on that, bro.
Man, you know what? That's so crazy. Mr. Basketball, Indiana, man, they robbed me. I'm out the mud. I'm out the mud, bro. All ass,
Exactly.
So, being in Marion, I was competing against my boy Jared Jeffers. He was in Bloomington. Bloomington more up the, it's not Marion, so, and Jared had game. He was going to IU. So he was Mr. Basketball. And I always fuck with my boy. I see him. I say, man, get my trophy. We played together. I said, man, I need my trophy, man. Get my Mr. Basketball trophy. That's the only right now. So that's my boy where we kick shit. But just being in that, man, that Indiana, that hotbed of basketball, bro, and just going to Michigan State and just the cultural shock of seeing, how big, college basketball really was and how big college is. And it was fun. I had a fun time in college, even though I was there a short time. But shit, if they had something like that NIL, bro, I would have stayed damn near all 4 years.
Man, my culture shock to college, basically, man. All I can remember me getting there, man, me having $8,000 cash, man, full of 5s, 10s, and 20s, man, and half of my hair braided, the other half in the afro, man, and just trying to figure it out, man. The hood believing in me. Everybody saying I'm gonna go pro, man, and getting out there, man. The first thing folks was trying to get me to go to was the barbershop. Them folks ready to cut my hair, man. I'm talking about, wait a minute, hold on, I gotta go get flat screen TVs, man, possibly a car. I mean, I got plans on doing a whole lot of shit.
Man, they cut that shit.
Man, they made me cut my hair as soon as I got on campus, man. Shout out to Sip, man. You a motherfucker, man. God damn, man. But
Coach Sip.
That was that. But just being at Oklahoma State and just seeing just all the different ethnicities, people just showing love, man. Being on the front page of the school magazine, man, they showed me a lot of love, man. Oklahoma State, even till this day, the academic advisors. Big shout out to Maryland Middlebrook. Hell, man, they helped me along the way, man, and keep the main thing, the main thing. My mom always told me, you going to college, you need to get you a degree.
That's right.
Like, we don't know how this NBA gonna go. And I managed to do that, man. I ended up making my mom proud in that aspect before I made it. I ended up graduating in the degree education. And that was big for me, man. So yeah, big shout out to Maryland Middlebrook and the whole Oklahoma State University, man.
That's big,
I can remember them days though, Bo, man, like, man, just getting there, not even guaranteed a starting position. You know what I mean? I was there just going there off the strength that I knew somebody was consistently coming to my games, believing in my game. I got a chance to get in front of the great Eddie Sutton, and I followed my move, man, and ended up becoming newcomer of the year my junior year. Averaged like 16 points a game. Like I said, I thought I was a scorer, bro. Put that ball in the basket. That's what my hood was behind me. They like, bro, you going pro. And I
You
carried
never
that
know.
same mentality to college. And, the coaches that year, they thought I was trying to come out in 2003 to come in LeBron them draft, I'm looking on a mock draft. My number already 39. Ain't nobody jumping out that early now. You know what I
So,
mean?
man,
So coaches, I remember vividly, they set me down. Tony, you're not ready. You need to work on so much of your game. And I'm not even thinking like I'm ready to go pro.
you looking at that mock draft.
But I'm looking at that mock draft.
Looking at that mock draft.
I think the academic advisors was checking my search history, and they was
seeing that mock draft.
and they was like, "Yo, I think he might be trying to go." And man, I promise you, I sat down there. Them folks had me crying coming up out of there. Like, damn, am I bad? Am I that bad? I ain't ready to come out this draft. And just so happened, man, they gave me enough fuel. Even after that, man, after coming newcomer of the year, that year I became player of the year the next year. And by then, man, I was ready to rock and roll. Man. You know what I'm
Take that
saying?
next step because, like you said, you already had the confidence coming from where you from.
Yeah,
Out the mud, everybody telling you, your whole neighborhood believing in you. So you coming in with that confidence.
for sure.
And that's the key, man. Like you said, having that confidence. And that's how it was for me at Michigan State. Like you said, man, just coming in and, just Mateen Cleaves and Mo Pete coming in. Them guys was already gone, but Charlie Bell was there, Matt Ishbia and Andre Hudson. Those was my older guys, and learning from them, man, and just, just college was fun. I was there like a short period of time. I had fun in college. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Like you said, it was love. Coach Izzo, the facility, the academic, the counselors, everybody was good, man. And, I worked hard. And one thing about Michigan State, they put their academics first. So, like you said, you got your degree, and that's the same thing with Oklahoma State. So, when you coming out of college and coming to the league, you just, you one of the top players in college. You get into the league and that transitioning and that realizing that you got to work hard for everything you get. And that's how it was with me coming into my rookie year as, getting drafted in the first round, coming in. Back then, it was a little different. When you was a rookie, you got to carry bags, go to the store, bring donuts, go buy the towels.
They definitely
from Bath
humble
and Body, go to Bath and Body Works, do whatever you got to do for the for the vets, the older guys. So, when I came into the league, it was different for me. Like, I came in with a bunch of older guys. I came in with Arvidas Sabonis, Rasheed Wallace, Sean Kemp. I'm just naming the big man, the guys,
in front of you.
Yeah, Dale Davis, them type of guy, older guys. So, it was Sean Kemp. It was a battle every day for me. My rookie year, bro, going against them guys, but I got so much better. And what they used to tell me, what I carried on, is why I tell my kids, I tell my daughter now, in practice, you get better. That's where you get better at in practice. You know what I mean? And, from all our practices we had with the Grizzlies, how we used to battle and go at each other. Me and Mark, we used to switch teams, sometimes.
You was definitely an advocate of that.
Come on, I'm about to guard you. Like, let's even this out. So, coming to the league, my rookie years, it was a bunch of battles, man. We battled. But one thing about it, bro, I tell you, I always stood up, bro. Sean, all them, they tell you, I was the most respectable as young guy, but I stood up, you know what I mean? I battled, and them old guys respected that and showed me love and taught me because I learn every day. I'm still learning, I'm a sponge. So, I wasn't no rookie like, you can't tell me shit. I'm like, what's up, bro? You do what? This, that, whoop. You feel me? So I'm locked in on them
Soaking
folks.
up the game.
Yeah.
And they got a saying, man, iron sharpen iron anyway, man. You respect them guys, but just as good as they is, you got a talent yourself and you got a craft that you work on every day too. So it's like y'all battling, but y'all making each other better each and every, practice. So to kind of, feeding off what you said, man, is I came in, like I said, player of the year and in college, went to the Final Four, things of that nature. And getting there, the shock to me was like, yo, it's a pecking order. You a guard. Okay, well, Paul Pierce takes the first shot. We're gonna run this offense through him, and this is what's going on. Funny story, man.
Letting it be known, though.
Yeah,
Letting it be known.
They letting it be known.
The hammer, like this, that.
And I had a rude awakening I remember one day vividly when the season had started, uh, well, probably later into the season where I had got a chance to start. And Doc started me and he drew up a play. I never forget it. It's called Slice 3 Post. And it's for, Paul to start in the corner, come off the post man,
Yeah.
and catch it in the block. I'm on the wing. I gotta catch it from up top and throw it
Yeah.
in the block. Well, they sagged so damn far off me, ZBo. It's like, damn, it's like
Man,
17,
disrespectful.
18 on the clock. They sagging so damn far, Bo. I gotta jack this motherfucker. Man, I jacked that motherfucker. But man, that motherfucker hit so hard off the
That motherfucker hit the top of the backboard.
Let it rain. I'm talking about that motherfucker. Listen, bro. That motherfucker clanked so hard, Bo. Listen, Bo. So we end up losing by a dub, national TV game. We playing Allen Iverson up, man. We lose by a dub. So we going, this one I knew what it was.
Scapegoat.
Listen, we going film. We in film session. So Doc Rivers in that motherfucker,
He like nothing, nobody.
He like, look at the first play of the game, fellas. You know how he talk. He rewind that motherfucker. Tony, where's Tony Allen? I'm like, I'm right here, coach. He's like, rewind that. He rewinded. Like, TA, don't you think this was a bad shot? I'm like, yes, sir. He was like, rewind that again. Who we supposed to be getting this ball to out of the first timeout? I said, Paul Pierce. He said, rewind that again. This is a bad shot. He rewinded it again. Say, Tia, is this a bad shot? I'm like, yeah, he rewinded it again. Tia, is this a bad shot? You know what I said, Bo? So I'm kind of embarrassed now, but I'm really off it. Like, come on, let's get to the next play. We lost by damn near 25. Come on, this ain't the reason why we lost.
Everything ain't my fault.
You feel what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling mentally. You know what I said? I said, word. That man paused, looked back. He said, Tony Allen, stand up. I stood up. He said, now get the fuck out of practice. Killer. It was right then and there I knew. Oh, it was definitely a peg order. You is not Mr. Player of the Year from Oklahoma State, man. Sit your ass down, go catch a charge, dive for a loose ball, get you an assist, get an offensive rebound. This is not happening here, sir.
Damn.
Man, I'm talking about, man, listen, bro. I was so hurt, bro. I ain't gonna even lie.
Man, you felt like that 20 was all because of you.
Man, I felt like the whole game was on me, bro. Look, I'm talking about we lost on national TV. He already hot. So you know me. I walk out, man. I'm like, damn. I'm slick crying. Damn, I think I am crying. I'm like, tear, damn, that tear coming out of my eye. Like my mama done took that chain. Like my mama gave me that chain or some shit. Man, I see Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge's like, what's wrong? Where you going? Practice just about to start. Where you going? I'm like, Doc, then put me out. He like, I'm gonna get you back in. So shout out Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge got me back in practice that day, but it was right then and there, Bo. I knew like, yo, that college shit that you did don't mean nothing. You gotta earn your name in this league, bro. It ain't none given to you. I'm talking about every day in practice, bro. Like you said, I stuck Paul Pierce every day in practice. Paul used to have this thing called, he used to call it the G unit runs. To where, and when I get in here, I wanna play one-on-one with everybody. Whoever got ones, let's play ones. And I'll be so ready to amped up to come play this man one-on-one, man.
You looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to him running down there talking about who wanna play runs. So, but he upstairs before he come in practice, he gonna do his jogging he gonna do his little 15 sprints on the treadmill, quick little weight workout in the weight room. Come down there, who wanna play ones? I'm ready. Mind you, the rookies got to be there already beforehand. We got to be there like an hour and a half before.
Super early.
You know what I'm saying? Super early. And so I done got my weight workout in. I done ran my sprints. I done got my shots up. Now I'm waiting on him. And so it was that right then and there, knowing that I could stick him, or not even really stick him to lock him down. Ain't too many people in the league doing what he doing. So that helped me along the way to defend just about anybody. Bro.
And also, like you said, truth will tell you too, like, man, bruh got me better. Like, you guarding truth, he going out there giving them niggas 30s.
Because ain't nobody defending like I'm coming.
Part of that killer effect.
Yeah.
You know, that you
right
being on
about
his
that.
ass in practice because you trying to get better too. So,
and that's why,
shout out to P. And like I said, I know he got a lot of respect for you too and everything. So, man, that shit real. That's just like me, man. Just going against them guys and going against them guys every day and shit.
We
Make
don't
a
know
nigga
nothing
better.
else, bro. Like I was telling you about your cousin. Like I'm a go. I don't want to play against somebody I know I'm gonna get off on. I want to play against somebody that's gonna be competitive. I want to play against somebody that's gonna end up throwing their elbow at me. I want to play against somebody that's gonna block my shot and tell me get that shit out of here. I want to play against somebody who gonna come and hit a bucket over me and tell me, man, stop playing with me. It's too easy. So now that's gonna eager me up to be like, hey, come on, let's compete. I'm talking about at a high level.
Yeah.
I want something to help me up against everybody across the league. I don't want no, don't give me no cupcake.
You ain't doing no soft shit.
No,
You run up.
I don't want nothing
They
soft,
do that
man.
about you. You ain't doing
No,
nothing, bro.
man. On the real.
You know, so.
That's one of the traits I think that we share, bro. We always want to compete at a high level, man, no matter what it was. I remember times where shit, you talking about playing with the Grizz and shit. I remember time when you switched that jersey over and goddamn it, you like, no, run it back. Like, no, run it back. Y'all won, run it back. Or if it get too easy when we being on the white team playing the blue team,
switch it.
you like, hold on, let me switch. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always noticed that about you, man. And you always been a competitor, a warrior. And man, one thing we always want to notice, I know I'm pretty sure the world want to know this. How you do it, bro? You get them rebound, bro. Your vertical jump got to be what? 15?
Man, that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
What's your vertical jump, man?
That motherfucking vertical gotta be higher than 15. I at least gotta at least 25.
25. I'll give you 25.
That's 25, man.
I'll give you 25, B.
At least 25.
But I'm just saying, bro,
Nah,
I just
man.
always admired just your work ethic and your touch around that basket, bro. So you just let the world know, Killer, how you managed to do that.
Man, you know what? It's really just having a knack for the ball and having that heart, beating that man to the spot, really. I'm gonna out-muscle you for this rebound. We're gonna battle, and I like contact. So I'm hitting first. And a lot of guys, they don't like really to hit first. In the UFC, the guys that hit first, they always win. So and that's what I did. I had a knack for the ball just to get the, offensive rebounds. And that's what I was telling the other day, like, the little shit, like you don't see guys, I used to get 8-10 points off of putbacks. I'm getting 4 putbacks at one time, I'm offensive rebound. So, and that gets you going, and that's why I was telling, I think I was on a podcast talking like the other day, and I was talking about the lost art, and I was talking about offensive rebounding and playing hard and crashing every time. The players that do that stick out. You know what I mean? So, like I said, just doing that, man, and having it heart and believing and having confidence, man. I was telling, everybody I played against when we played for our time in Memphis, I'm like, bro, I'm about to bust his ass straight up.
I'm about to. I remember.
They can't fuck with me. They can't fuck with me.
Come to me tonight. Yeah.
So and that's my mindset going in. So I'm like, shit. What?
Name some of the players that you did have hard times with, though.
Man, I had hard times with, we always battle like Duncan, players that, was Kevin Garnett, longer players that could really score the basketball, you know what I mean? And we battle. And, just players like that. And when I was coming in the league, it was, an older player like Eldon Campbell and, the guys like that, older guys could, hand check. Back then when I came in, you can KG ride your ass all the way
the hand
from the beginning to the end, and they don't call it. So, playing back when they can put your hands on you and shit like that.
That had to have been difficult, bro. Because, I came in the league, you came in earlier than me. I came in the league where they say you can only use this.
Yeah.
So now you come in the league where you can pretty much be in the weight room all summer, all year long, and control a person's direction of moving just with your hand.
Especially
like how difficult was that?
Especially as a big man, because big man, the game back then, the big man in the paint.
Right.
So 9 times out of 10, when we were playing in the league, the team is running their offense through the big man. That's how you initiate.
He holding you before the catch?
Yes, you're initiating the offense through the big man as a turn 4 the ball gonna touch the post.
Punch 5.
And if the post, if that's even to kick the damn ball out, the ball gonna hit the post, for to start the offense. So back then, you could control. Like I was telling Ticket the other day, man, you got away with that shit, man. You control the shit.
Big fella hacking
Ride
like a
so
motherfucker.
long, and then look at the ref. I said, man, Ticket, boy, you got away with that shit. But that's the way he always plays. So, man, it was good, man.
That's interesting, man. A lot of I suffer. What I suffer from on the players who giving me the most fits was basically a lot of limp too. Guys like Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying? My best offense or my best defense for him was denying him the ball. Because every time he caught it, if he bagged me down, turn around, he's shooting it right over.
6'11".
6'11". And skilled guys. You get what I'm saying? Guys who were skilled, like a la Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, the Bean. His footwork was so amazing to where like he'd catch it in the block, square up, jab to the right, act like he driving towards the basket and spin around and fade away. You know what I'm saying? Just that footwork alone had you drunk. You know what I'm saying? He the only player in the NBA, I promise you, that fouled me out 6 fouls in 8 minutes, bro. That was my rookie year, bro. I'm talking about he did it with all jab, like head fake, 1-2 pull up, head fake, pump fake, bag you down, spin, and just skill. You get what I'm saying? And I always, had hard times with guys like that. But if you ain't had no like skill or if you couldn't shoot when I go under the pick and roll, you had a hard time with me. You know what I'm saying?
90 and 90 out.
90 and 90. I pretty much knew the offense of what y'all was running and who y'all was trying to get to, or if they was trying to get it to you. But man, like you just messed me up with when you said the length.
Yeah, length.
I'm a 6'4" 2 guard. Shooting guards coming 6'6", 6'7" nowadays. And at the time, those were the guys at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting, man, to see just how we, made it work. That's what the out the mud is about, man. You know what I'm saying? Having that blue collar mindset, but that will to outwork, that will to never give up, that will to never get discouraged. And I think that we share that same, attribute in our game. Like, ain't nothing about to discourage us. We about to compete at all time.
Man, gonna work, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Gonna work our ass off, man, and be respectful at the same time.
And most definitely. Like you said, show respect, you're gonna always get respect.
Right.
And I ain't never really had too many them type of problems where it's like, the NBA tough guy type of thing where, guys running in your face and that didn't really come to me because I ain't out here really trying to lip box with you. I'm trying to show action and prove to thee that
They knew that.
I'm elite. You know what I'm saying?
They knew that. Yo, that's it. We wrapping it up, man. Plenty more to come. Out the Mud, coming to you real soon. Make sure you tune in. Man, get the real. And it's what it is. You dig.
Out the Mud, first team, ZBo, yeah.